This is not just an old Toyota. This is a time machine. The Toyota Mark II GX81 is the epitome of, can I say, JDM comfort and performance. Yes, in Moroka, Masavu Busavu.
For the love of cars, Uganda we roll. From dusty roads to dreams we patrol. Review teams we break it down, helping every driver in the town. For the love, for the love.
Now this is meant to give us comfort. This was meant to give people comfort. You see the thing that comes with this car that makes it a bit premium. Look at this. This, you know, that car thing that you have in your in your car that moves the side mirrors to go left and right or up and down. So this is the one, and then it could actually fold the side mirrors. Of course, they don't work anymore. So let's see if it starts. I say, but look here. Kalaba, akatala ka oil tekannazikira. Tekannazikira kaakano. Okalabya akataala. Tekannazikira. Sivuga moroka etazikira kataala. Kazikidde. 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 It comes with the power steering. Ekaba. Na engine masavu. Engine masavu. Tenzikira katerese engine check. So this okuva ebasemba okugivuga einako kilomita 28 mu lwenda 28 mu lwenda mu kyenda mu bbiri. We all know that's a lie. This car came with things that make it pure luxury at that time. For example, you could tilt the steering, put it down and up and up, and and then it had air purifier. In a control jiraba. In a control one air purifier. You could actually use air purifier. Katikano kachi. Car closing a vent, and then of course AC, random AC, and then it came with cassette at that time, which was really advanced, and then storage. I don't know what does this, and then we had a cup holder, and beside review cup holders are za moroka za amani. Then a cup holders is no bill number, and then of course it came with a 4-speed staggerful. Moroka hagi enyoji mani. It's a pain, but at that time it was something else. So let's try to go out. Kati abatamanyi moroka za mani. Of course it came with power windows. And at that time it was all auto bajja konzi enda biramza amapesa. For a car that was made in 1982, 88 I mean, 1988 okubange ina power windows moroka yabanga yabagagga yabalodi. Katula oba side mirrors zimenya. Tezimenya zino size zayo kyemmanyi n'okuba. But let's try to go out. It moves and it's actually smooth. It's smooth. Now this is one of the cars that you would call vintage, yeah? In 1988 car is actually a vintage. So let's go to the road and see, and then of course we're going to explore some other parts of this car that make it special. Come with me.
From dusty roads to dreams we patrol. Review teams we break it down, helping every driver in the town. For the love, for the love, for the love of cars, Uganda. Pre-purchase checks will lead the way.
And the only thing this car did not come with was airbag, because it was not standard then. Neka tizo crown ateze ebisere airbag eleta nso kubera a standard thing. MC indicator zikola, double indicator ekola. Tugenda amatala ni parking zikola. It's actually smooth. Now, one of the things that people liked about the Mark IIs is that they were comfortable, very comfortable. Now, olabe moroka, of course, me one thing I like about manual cars is that nsobola kuba endobo nga bwe njagala. Nzija mu gear, nteeka mu neutral, nendobola kati ndobo dekatulire hump. Moroka si yekubagana butu yekubaganye. Saagala otye. Drive ekola bulungi. Surprisingly, one maso, it's actually very solid. It's very solid. So But I'm going to tell you one disadvantage that this car has, and a reason why most guys that do project cars might not actually work on it. But if you're looking for a cheap project car, I think this is one of them that you could actually get that is cheap. Ulia number 2 simanya ntadde munya badde ntadde munya eyo 2 eyo 3 eyo nya kati wekyovula ngabye stagafulule moroka za giye nya kati olweweddeyo emoroka entuufu erina okutandikira mu giya 5 as a basic. But of course in 1988 ebiseera ebyo emoroka ezisinga ze baakola eza manual era zaabanga za giya yakasooke tunywa amafuta. You guys will be surprised, but according to the people that I work with here, the person in this camera, according to what they have experienced, and we have been in the Land Rover, the Land Cruiser, we have been in the Hammer, we have been in the Alphard, we have been in the Mark X. Surprisingly, these guys are telling me they felt all the humps in the other cars. They are not feeling the humps in this one. I'm going to hit the humps again. Tumlayo. Bobo. Nothing. You know. Again. It handles the humps very well. It's quite comfortable. The suspension was meant to give you comfort. To in video how it moves. It handles very well. Atenga, you can see that the interior is clearly very old. The interior is clear. But the number 2 kati yo 3. I love manual cars. Nemwe bwomuntu anamanyi kuvuga moroka manual obera wotambulamu nti bannatuuka ng'enseeri mu kuggwerera ng'emoroka za automatic gearbox nga zonna zisaanuuse ng'emoroka za manual zokka eziriwo ezisobola okuvugwa mbutojja vuga ojja tambuza ebigere kati nga bino bimaaka tubi ebiriwo. This is one indestructible car. You can clearly see engine namu. The fan was locked. I'm going to show you inside. Wali engine bay or abeonawo. But it came with standard AC. It wasn't standard at that time. If say you kujja ne moroka ngeina AC obu pesa bwati ngopima ne temperature okitegeera byabanga biralamu nti osobola okukala venti okitegeera no banga oleta ngejiramu cassette player bweti ngakuba radio yo either baji disconnecting oba yabivaamu. And obviously it came with standard storage. Engombe ekola bantu bange ne wiper zikola naye amazzi tegakola. Amazzi ge gatakola. And it has a side mirror here yajja n'obutaala tebukyakola. This is one car that you would restore. The only problem with this car, and probably if someone was to restore this car, the problem they'll get is that they will not find some of these body parts. But if it were just restoring and the body parts were there, because if you are to restore this car, you have to restore this, restore these, some of the dashboard panels here. You have to buy others. You have to buy others. You have to buy these and restore those things, which might actually be very hard to get. Indabiramu yo ogifuna bulungi nnyo. Muliro. Labweri nnyo akasozi. Eyo nno namba 2 kanjiwe 3. Eyo 3. Mwe manche mulimpa.
Patrol. Review tips, we break it down. Helping every driver in the town.
I've worked with people and they sat in this car and they want it. You know, omuntu gwembadde naye nangamba baginkolereze bagimpe. Ngagamba talabanga ku moroka eri comfortable bweti. Emito gyayo sije girina sponge omungi. They don't have a lot of sponge, but they just the way they made them. You see, they no longer make cars with these cushions that are long lasting, that keep their, I think they keep their quality intact. You can imagine, this is a 1988 car. laba omutto tegulabirirwa naye teguyulikangako. I don't know if you get it. Look at the door panels, compare them with your Fielder door panels. 1988. Look at how not looked after, by the way. Nayo giraba bwekyali intact.
For the love of cause, Uganda we roll. From dusty roads to dreams we patrol. Review steams we break it.
Look at the choya sponge, choya. Okay, choya mu luzungu tekiwulika bulungi, so let's just go. And when you come in here emabega, echoya ekibiri kujja wano kiraba kyekimu kyechoya ekiri wano wansi kyetulinnyako kyekyo. Look at this guy. It has not been cleaned thoroughly in a very long time, but it actually looks good. I love the material they used to make the seats, and of course it has a buckety feel. Yeah, and you see how it bounces. I think it has not been very well maintained in the past, but it actually gives you the comfort. And then compare with your 2008 model cars. When saying model 2008, you know, and of course it came with power windows. Very comfy. These are the things. Spare parts, but not taken care of. But look at this. I've seen a field that I went to inspecting. I want water, but somehow the question is going to come: why don't they make cars like this anymore? And I'm going to answer that question shortly. I just want to show you the engine.
The story is right. All the new, they shine with pride. Toyota, Nissan, Benz, or Mazda, we break it down, no propaganda. Every papa's got a tell.
So this is the legendary 1G FE. In Morocco, mumanyi, I've been talking about engine gye bayita kabaawo. Nti bw'ogula Mark II musota togula yingini kabaawo yeno. Eno yingini eri 6 cylinder. Kitegeeza era obeera na plug mukaaga. These are 3 there. Enywa! Eno motoka enywa! And I'm telling you this. Tamivu, nze nkubwira eno yingini nagivugako. Enywa! Era ne Morocco bwoba ogigula kugibeeranga project gigule ng'ogivugamu olulundi gumu once in a while kubaako w'ogitwala. Enywa nga bw'okiwulira. But of course mu money eyinza oba tenywa nnyo naye era enywa. Cylinder mukaaga. At this time, they were still making cars for power, for comfort, for prestige, for feeling. They were still passionate about cars. Now, of course, the question is going to come. Morocco erimu giya nnya. Abantu abatamanyi Morocco eno ebeeramu longitudinal. Era esikira mabega. It's a rear wheel drive car. Nti bwegenda mbweti gearbox nebeera wali nesindika amaanyi propeller netwala emipiira gy'emabega ne driving Morocco eno. That's how it works. Air cleaner yayo yeno wano okitegedde ekipipe throttle yino wano okitegedde, and of course and then iraba olukoba ogiraba naye era ekyatambula era olukoba oyinza okutuuka nesigala ng'etambula, and of course it came with air conditioning system yino wano ekyalimu, and you'll be surprised Morocco naye yatomeramuko wano ne bagiyunga naye wano olaba it's very intact. It's very intact. Newali wona eri intact. Surprisingly. Kazi ne Morocco zabanga ngomu. You know, the Mark II was built with the most advanced suspension system of the time. Ekimu ku bifule Morocco eno special ina double wishbone. Now, for the people that don't know what a double wishbone is, and I may not be able to show you, a wishbone buba bukono. A wishbone kajja ne kaveno ne kajja eba kabanga ka triangle. Naye wishbone ebeerako suspension bush bbiri wano n'endala emu wano. Kati ene Morocco ezikyasinza okubeeza comfortable ziba ne wishbones. Kati ina wishbone wansi ne wishbone waggulu mipiira gy'omu maaso. Makes it very comfortable. Era at the time we bakola Morocco eno shock absorbers eza gas zaali zaakajja, springs zaali zaakajja, ne bagiwa the most advanced because they wanted it to be very comfortable. That's why yogivuga ku hump n'oyitako n'owulira nga tezikola ki, nga teziwulira. And of course bw'ogattako wishbone n'ogattako ne bush ennyingi ezibeeramu. Technology ena gwe muvuga mu Mark X yava wano. Tetugenda laba boot. Obviously the way you look at the car you would know the boot is not presentable. So tukirekawo. These are aftermarket. Zino size ezajjirako. So these were bought by the owner. Naziteekako. to make the car look umanye omukadde ne bomusiiga ebizigo bwoba tomusiize ebizigo bingi kati omukadde bwina musiiga lotion n'akawooka obukadde ne kavaamu naye Katonda agenda n'agiwa rimu n'agiwa emipiira ate n'atajooza.
Bring the love, not just the horsepower. Is it a new or a TX ride? We'll show you what's real, not just the hype. Styled views and engine rolls. We teach you more than just for those. Taking tools from the basics up, tracking gear and car stuff. If you're new or a seasoned vet, for the love of cars, you ain't.
So now the question that I know is on your lips right now is, why don't they make them like this anymore? Lwaki tebazikola nga zino? Lwaki fe omoroko bwaffe tuvuga? Obviously, the thing is that at the time, the car makers were looking at durability, reliability, and of course, their brand was too important. Bali bafanyo nga bakozesa thick material mu byuma, nga bakozesa very good quality interior, mechanical parts zaali z'amaanyi, because at that time bali baagala kukuuma linnya emmotoka zaabwe ng'omu. Essaawa zino all automakers are focusing on making cars that are cost efficient, because you people are poor. Everyone wants to buy the cheapest car they can get that looks really nice. You no longer care about durability, you no longer care about strength, you no longer care about performance. At that time, that's what they looked at. But now it's all about cost efficiency.
For the love of cars, Uganda, we roll.
You see, the 1G and 1J were very good engines, very strong engines, very powerful engines, but they're not exactly fuel efficient. Engine eri muno enywa, and because enywa ne emissions omuka gwefulumya mu exhaust nagwo mungi, and we have right now globally governments are making sure that automakers make cars that are very friendly for the environment. So automakers are shifting away from making very strong engines. Chovora bavuga 1NZ omwaka ogwo nefuwa baagala ogisuule ogule endala kusichina kindi usuule mmoroka ogule endala okitegeera. So now the automakers are shifting to making lightweight engines. Obola bakati bakole omotoka obwa engine nga za aluminium. They are shifting to making hybrids. They are shifting. Even Ford is making an electric vehicle. You'll be surprised. So automakers are quickly shifting away from that. Kati tuli mu kunoonya mmoroka zitambula na mutindo na mateeka gansi.
Uganda, pre-purchase checks, we lead the way. Track your car, no games to play. Restore the past drive.
Longevity is no longer a thing these days. Go with it, but katikona kulia Sientalio, katikona kulia Markex, katikona kuchinu wacho ne wish. These guys that are making cars are no longer looking to make cars that are going to live for 30 years. 30 years we mnaba muvuge moroke mwemu boba na atunda ki kati abasajja bano badaba bakole moroka ngo ina jivugo omwaka gumwe ebiri ekutame era nga bwe mukola ate go vuge moroka no soka emyaka ebiri, you drive the car for 2 years, sell it, buy another one. That's what they are looking. It's good for business. Moroka empanga zingeni, they are not good for business. Kati gwe wewunye nanyini moroka ina ate kukuba jivugo emyaka 1988 kadi bali abazungu bajigula 1988 kati wantu tujifuna nga mu kyenda mu munana awo emyaka miyitirivu kati bakafananya abantu abavuze moroka eno abaana abagendedde mu church kati aba China n'aba Japan n'abazungu bakola moroka tutunde tugule endala. In the GX81, the drive feel came from the hydraulics, the strong suspension, the feedback, walihama pesa, and as we move, the technology shifts. We develop netutuka kati nga steering za masanyalaze zinyezi kubagana kati ntu yatupoya kubagana nga hydraulic yayika nga yisino zake ekiseke. Which say it was mechanical and it was easier, it was smoother, but technology is developing. Bakola power steering, ne bakuta steering control kugundi ku steering, kati radio zina kuzino za kuseereza technology wetu ya atutwala wala. So kwegamba emmotoka zino nnungi naye zine empya zammwe, they are easier to drive. You have to accept they are easier to drive, they save a lot of fuel. That doesn't take away the fact that these cars were magic. Nze kangene nyongere nyumirwe malenjiddize nyiniyo. Until next time, ciao.
Right, all the new they shine with pride. Toyota, Nissan, Benz, or Mazda, we break it down. No